Hi, my name is Tiffany. I'm a physical therapist at Clifton Physical Therapy, and this is Jacob. Jacob started coming here for his shoulder surgery. So Jacob, why don't you tell us a little bit about why you're coming and how you got hurt?
How I got hurt. Well, I was an amateur strongman, tentatively returning to that. But basically the injury was over 4 years of abuse on the shoulder to a degree, and ignoring some misbalances in my upper back specifically. So after 4 years, it basically got to the point where if I put any kind of body weight on the shoulder, my entire right thumb side started going numb. After about 10 minutes, I couldn't sleep properly. And it was just kind of a really big problem just for day-to-day life. So, I kind of spoke to a surgeon and finally just kind of pulled the trigger, did the surgery, and here we are.
So what surgery did you have exactly?
All right, so it was a couple of things. It was a bicep repair over here. Also rotator cuff here, and they also shaved down a good amount of arthritis while they were in there as well.
And they also happen to do stem cells.
Oh yeah. Stem cell was also included in the procedure as well, for sure.
So how have you felt now that you've been about 2 months post-op?
I mean, the difference is kind of night and day. I mean, a good maybe week and a half ago, I started sleeping on my right side and got through the whole night. So yeah, I mean, so that's a really big quality of life improvement that, I mean, really, you don't value it until you're able to do it again. And then, a couple other things, for example, I used to not be able to do this. And you can imagine that some functions of day-to-day life are obscured if you can't do this. So I could do that again. I could also do a bunch of other cool stuff like this, I remember I wouldn't be able to go bowling back in the day because the shoulder just didn't move past here. So, couldn't do this before. Just a lot of quality of life improvements just through the roof.
And how have you been feeling since your surgery overall?
Overall, I mean, better for sure, absolutely, yeah. And even lifting wise, we're starting to introducing more strength movements and all that stuff. And, the confidence in the movements are getting better every single day. And, just confidence in myself as well.
That's great. What's your favorite part about coming to physical therapy?
Well, I'm no stranger to physical therapy. As I'm sure you can imagine, as an amateur strongman, it's definitely had my share of different physical therapists. My favorite part of Clifton PT specifically is that this is bar none the most hands-on physical therapy I've ever had. Specifically regarding the exercises afterwards.
Yeah.
I've never had this level of involvement regarding the physical therapist and myself. And regarding the actual PT, that one over there, Dee specifically, her acupuncture. I've had acupuncture and dry needling before as well, but her techniques are, they're interesting, and they're also very effective, and I've never seen them before on myself or on really any other patient ever. So, very interesting experience overall, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why would you recommend Clifton Physical Therapy to friends?
Gotcha. I mean, it's basically for the reasons we already discussed. Similarly, most of my friends are also some form of athlete, be it powerlifting, Olympic weightlifting, strongman, just a couple bodybuilders as well. And, we've all had our fair share of physical therapists in the past, and it's really just the involvement with the physical therapist at the end of the exercises and just introducing you to ways to maintain what you've gained here, a lot of knowledge. I mean, you've introduced me to so many exercises that I fully intend to bring with me back into training once I'm back in, like 100%. And then that's the difference, I mean, it's one thing to kind of like fix someone, but it's another thing to provide them the knowledge to kind of maintain that moving forward as well.
Something you could take with you.
Exactly, yeah, for sure, absolutely.